like for you when you play with those guys? I mean, everybody always talks about I play the same no matter who I'm playing with, but obviously those guys are two of the most skilled players on the team. So when you get that chance, how does that change things for you?
You know, I try and play my game, but at the same time, I feel like, you know, a lot of times I'm trying to look for them a lot. You know, they play a little bit different game. I think if I'm just dumping in and going to run somebody and trying to grind down low, that's not really their game. So I think I try and, you know, lean a little bit towards their style, you know, try and find them a little bit more. And but at the same time, I don't want to force plays that I can't make. No, I thought we had a couple good shifts. Got hemmed in a couple too, but yeah, I try not to change too much.
When he does that in game, is that sort of a message that he wants you to try to spark them or bring a physical presence to that line?
Yeah, I think it's that. It's you know, they had the big boys out there against them for quite a bit of the game, so I think just kind of you know, countering that a little bit too.
Is it always fun to come back to St. Louis?
Yeah, I mean, this is where I started my career. I was drafted here, played seven years. You know, love this city. Yeah, it's always fun.
You played with some teams with some special goalies. Does anything compare to what Igor's been doing for you guys this year?
I mean, this is up there with you know, with what Flower did last year. You know what he did in Vegas for the last couple of years. But yeah, Shesty's playing out of his mind. You know, he's #1 goalie in the league right now. You can't argue his numbers. Yeah, he's holding down the fort when we need him for sure. He's stolen a couple games for us, but yeah, he's definitely playing well for us.
You played with Fleury, and you just kind of have that guy that's got confidence, and you have confidence, kind of your confidence gets built by him. Did you ever worry, or do you ever worry with Igor about kind of relying on him too much, just feeling like whatever we do, he's going to stop it, and we don't have to worry quite as much?
I don't think you rely on him when you think that way. I think you play with a little more confidence. I think, you know, we still got to score goals. Obviously, you can't just, you know, he's not going to score for us. So, I think when you go out there and you have a goalie playing like that, you just have the confidence that, you know, if we need a big save at a big time, he's going to make it, and then we're going to come back and we're going to score a big goal for him. I think that's the difference.
Kirk was just talking about, and he brought this up last night too, that he felt like Minnesota was hungrier last night, and that a lot of these games are feeling more playoff style, very north-south. Is that, you've talked about that as well, that being important for the team to get good playing in those kind of tight games. How do you feel like that's coming? Is it still a little too up and down, or do you feel like for the most part it's where it needs to be?
No, I don't think it's where it needs to be. I think it's coming. I think we've shown some good stretches. You know, one of the big things is, you know, games that we're down, we find ways to battle back, and that's, you know, I talked about that before. That's really important going to the playoffs. You know, you can't get too high, can't get too low. So, you know, we have that part down, or we seem to have that down for the most part. But you know, our start's got to get better. We got to start, you know, playing a little harder in these games. I think up and down the lineup, we can be a little more physical. You know, we can eliminate a lot of these, you know, shots. We're getting outshot a lot in the last couple of weeks. So, you know, there's definitely things you got to clean up, just like every other team. But it's coming. He's running for Fort White area provincial government. So vote Willard Reaves.